So was there a perception of what queer people from the United States are like in kind of either on your programs or like kind of maybe Olivia with like the different people who are on your boat? Like, was there maybe people who we're at university in Washington D.C., big city compared to if we were out. I don't want to disrespect the Midwest here. I'm sure there's some wonderful places, but just kind of like a different kind of thing. Like, what was there any kind of thing maybe in Spain about this is what maybe US people in general, this is what US queer people like? Was there anything that you felt was a stereotype that you ran into, up against, or for?
I mean, I think going off of what I said earlier about how my host mom, was almost like used to queer students in from the GW Madrid program, I think that she just sort of had the perception that American students were a lot more willing, like, to be out about their queer identities and like willing to express it a lot more. Um, so I don't think there's any sort of negative connotation with like perception of like American queer students specifically. I just think that it goes along with just the American stereotype in general that they just think we're going to be a lot more like outgoing, enthusiastic, willing to like show off our identities.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, at least in southern Spain, it was really interesting talking with people because they said like it's just one of like its hubs for religion in Spain, like because the South is a little bit more like conservative, if you want to say. But it's interesting because a lot of people tell me like, yeah, like a lot of the queer people just really blend in with the normal crowd. Like it's like more less of an attack on queerness, but more of like a not really wanting to show outward femininity, which is interesting. Like, while a lot of American students were very comfortable, just walking around and doing their stuff. But that's why, like, the club event that I did the video on was so interesting because it was just so many people showing that outward femininity. So that's where it became like sort of a different scene than what already existed. But yeah.
And then in regards to the students that I had on the boat, there were many people were from the Midwest and from the South. And so they had been like no like really conceptions of queerness or like I'd be like, oh my gosh, my name's Olivia, my pronouns are she, her, and they'd be like pronouns, and I'd be like, oh, okay. It's just different. Do you know what I mean? And some people had like never used like non-binary pronouns either. So then it maybe when I converted it to like being in country, a lot of people like everyone else said, it was not as outward, it wasn't as feminine. And people just assume that like, oh, we're Americans, like, oh, we're very expressive and whatnot. So I didn't really, yeah, that's it.